Welcome to the Let's Talk Health Forum. I'm Dr. Dan Pavlik Jr. We're sponsored by the Access Health and Wellness Association, as always, trying to bring the alternative world and the traditional medical world together. Today I have one of my fellow chiropractors on, and he has been in chiropractic a long time and has currently ventured out into the world of, we'll call it internet space, so to say, search engine optimization and AI. So hopefully everybody gets some good information from today's show about what that world is going to bring us. So let me introduce my guest. It's Dr. Ken Ross.
Hey, Danny, how are you?
Good to see you, my friend. I've known Ken for quite a long time. So, I want everybody to kind of get to know you a little bit before we talk about what it is that you're doing. So, obviously, I knew you when I was very young in chiropractic, but tell us a little bit about your story, about what got you into where you are today.
Well, I started out, I was in the military for 6 years and 2 tours in combat in Vietnam. After I got out, I moved to Florida and joined the Sheriff's Department. Did that for 20 years. After I left the Sheriff's Department, I decided to go to chiropractic school. So I moved to Atlanta and went to chiropractic school. After I finished that, I moved down to Florida, back down to Orlando, and opened up my own practice. And then at the same time, I practiced for about 15 years. Then I decided to go to law school. So I did that, and I graduated from law school in 2000.
So how did that work? How did you mix that together as you were a chiropractor going to law school at the same time? What did that time entail?
Well, a lot of things overlapped.
Yeah.
When I was in the Sheriff's Department, I was going to University of Central Florida full-time and doing the Sheriff's Department full-time. Fortunately, they were very good to me and allowed me to put me in that zone where I rode and went to school, and I came back out and went back to work. So that was a simultaneous thing that I did over a 4-year period. Okay. Once I finished there, I just continued my practice. And I began teaching all over the country on medical legal issues to chiropractors and for their CE hours, for their accreditation so they can get relicensed. I did that for chiropractors and attorneys both. I still do a little bit of that here in Florida, not as much. Continue with my practice. Then I went to law school. Then I finally retired from practice in June of 24. All right. And about 2 years ago, I started getting into the marketing aspect, and then I became a certified AI consultant. And I've been doing AI now for about 2 years, along with the marketing, different programs that I have on my website. So we're just continuing that march, and that's primarily all I'm doing right now is the AI and the marketing.
So the extra education 2 years ago that you got to become a AI consultant, how long does that take?
It was a 6-month program that I went through.
Okay.
It's pretty intense.
And that was before people really started talking about AI. It's become a little bit more of a conversation.
Oh, yeah, AI is still in the infancy stages.
Yeah,
there's only about 250,000 people worldwide using AI.
Okay.
And there's a lot of different things you can do with AI.
Yeah, we'll get back to that here shortly. I want to kind of talk about, what it is that you do now, and you have this marketing company, strategic development marketing, whatever we want to call it. Explain a little bit of that to me as far as what it is that you guys do, just kind of the general stuff that people would recognize before we start bringing the AI.
We do other things too, but the program that I do is what's called a done-for-you social media syndication program. And what that does is allows me to get any business seen over the entire spectrum of social media sites, blog sites. So what we do is use your URL, your website URL, or any video YouTube URL. That's all we need. There's 2 pages you fill out on the website. One is a social media syndication information form, and the other is an AI information form. Once you fill that out, it gives you a good idea where you're at, what you want to do, and how you want to proceed with it. We use that information and plug it into our computer, and it generates the syndication program itself. Now, it takes about 2 weeks to get everything out there, maybe a little bit longer in some cases, and how big your website is and how many URLs you want to use. So once it's we start that, we do optimization, we do SEO, we do your Google My Business, we do Google itself, and a lot of other things that takes your website and your Google account and spreads it out everywhere possible, across all the social media websites, Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, which you supply with me, the URL for those also. And it just gets you out there. Number one, it's a lot cheaper than doing Facebook and Google. You know, Facebook and Google, I've seen in the past $2,500 to $3,000 for one time. And most of them make you commit to maybe three, 4, or 5 different times. So it gets relatively expensive. We are super, super inexpensive to get all this done for you. And our website reflects all that. So it's a very simple process. You simply go on the website, top right-hand corner, is the 2 forms you fill out. Once I get those returned to me, we start your progress and getting you seen everywhere. Google, social media, all the social medias.
So Facebook,
LinkedIn, YouTube. We can get a YouTube video ranked in about an hour on page 1 in YouTube.
Okay.
So it's fairly quick for that. The social media takes a little bit longer.
From a cost standpoint, you know, if a Facebook ad is going to cost me $2,500, what am I looking at to run it through you?
Just under $2,000.
Okay.
But that includes several different things. Number one, includes our social media syndication program. It includes a press release. Now, if you're not doing press releases in your practice as an overall aspect of your social media marketing, you need to start doing that. Press releases are expensive. One press release to one company is around $500. What we do 2 press releases for you included in the social media program that we offer for you. We also resubmit your information 3 times over the next 3 months so it stays fresh across all the social media platforms. It takes a while before you start seeing results, but not near as long. You know, I've tried Facebook, I've tried Google ads, and they're hit and miss. And they're very expensive. You know, you may get a lot of leads, but you only may get 1 or 2 people come in on call for information, and then maybe half of that as new patients. So it's rather expensive for a limited amount of patients that you're going to get or clients for your business.
Mm-hmm. And is this something that people with you can go month to month? Is it a one-time deal? Do you have to sign up for a certain amount of time?
What we do is do the it's $19.97, which is the total price for everything. That's the syndication program and the AI program.
Okay.
No, it's a one-shot deal.
Okay.
And for the next 3 months, we will take all the information, your URLs, and resubmit those each month for 3 months.
Okay.
And during that 3-month period, we'll also do 2 press releases. Once we get everything out there, that's the time to do the press release. We don't want to do it too early, but we want to do it at the right time. Then about 30 to 60 days later, when we do the probably 2nd or 3rd resubmission, we'll do another press release for you.
Okay.
It's all included in that price.
Okay. All right. And I want to get, because I know this goes hand in hand and it combines together with the AI stuff that you're doing. I want to go into that direction for a minute before we kind of bring it all together. Tell us a little bit about AI and what it is. Like I'm not too keen on it right now. I don't know enough about it. I've seen it out there. I've heard about it a little bit, but just tell me a little bit about what AI is doing and where you see it going.
It stands for artificial intelligence. As I said earlier, there's only about 250,000 people using it across, and a lot of people aren't using it effectively. Certain aspects you have to do. You just can't go on in. ChatGPT-4 is probably the most prevalent one.
Mm-hmm. I've heard of ChatGPT. Yeah.
And there are other programs you need to use with AI, like Gamma is one of them that does videos, Perplexity.
So the video aspect, like ChatGPT, it basically, you type in something that you want to talk about, right, and it just populates it based on articles that are out there, correct?
Well, it populates based on what you put into it and ask it. Here's where the breakdown is with people. They go to that little white box in ChatGPT and type in something. What are the best areas to go for my skiing adventure? And it'll bring up a lot of stuff. But as I always tell people, garbage in, garbage out. In order to use AI effectively, number one, you have to train it, which seems ridiculous because AI is supposed to know everything.
Mm-hmm.
But you got to train it in your style, your voice, your content, everything it's about 5 different things. And what you do, the space where you ask AI something above is a big white space. That's where you put your information to train AI to work for you in your voice, your tone, your style, and a lot of other different things that are beneficial to whoever's using it because it gives you a lot more information. When you populate it, and the easy way to populate is take your resume, break it down into a Word form, and paste it right in that area right there. And save it. That way, every time you ask ChatGPT to do something, it's going to have it in your tone, your style, your voice, first person, which would be the person that's using it.
Mm-hmm.
So you really have to train it in order to be effectively work right. And it takes a little bit of knowledge to do that. But
So tell me about Gamma a little bit. That's videos.
yeah, Gamma is a video. I use that a lot. I use Perplexity, which is kind of like a Google search engine.
So it's the same type of deal, though. You put in what you're
Well,
searching
Gamma
for, what you're looking
is something different. You put in your information. Like say, I can use Gamma if I want to do a video. I can use Gamma for a lot of different things that will enhance what I'm doing with the AI. I recently did a proposal for a small police department with, I think there's 8 or 10 police officers in it. And I did it on ethics in law enforcement. And I populated like I'm supposed to. All my stuff is already saved in there. So all I have to do is go down a little white bar and ask it stuff. But when you ask it stuff, it'll type out a lot of stuff. But what you have to do with AI is keep asking it stuff. Dig, 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 and more digging. And it'll bring up more stuff and stuff and stuff. I ask it to use videos, which I can download onto that program that I just did. I can ask it to put graphs, charts in it, and it'll do that for me based upon what I ask it to do. But you have to consider it. So say you type in something. What is the best vacation spot in Colorado to go to? It'll bring up stuff. But if you type in what is the best place in Colorado to go skiing, what town is the best town, how good are the restaurants, and keep asking it stuff.
Mm-hmm.
That's the key to getting the best information out of AI rather than putting in something and getting garbage for garbage. So you want to keep delving into what it does. Then you put everything together. Once it's all together, you say, okay, AI, that is great. It looks really good, but I want you to do this too. And you type in more and more and more and more. Pretty soon you're going to get something that is really, really good that you can use. And this is how I do it when I use AI, when I get proposals in or when I teach and speak with it. And I do a lot of speaking with it. I do a lot of proposals with it too.
Okay, so now you have somebody that comes to you that wants to use your program, and then you bring them together. So what you were talking about in the beginning, the Done For You all together program where you do all the marketing aspects and the different social media platforms, then you bring AI into that.
Yes.
And how do you just kind of combine them together then?
Well, AI enhances the Done For You program.
Okay.
Because we will do whoever does the AI program, we will also bring in the AI, but 2 areas of AI. We want to enhance the overall social media syndication program, but we also want to give you a little proposal about your business. So we'll put together a proposal for you. I just did one for a chiropractor, and he wanted to know how AI can help with marketing my practice. So he filled out the form that's on the internet, on our webpage, and it gave me a lot of information. It tells me what you want to do, what your budget is, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And I plugged all that information into the proposal I was giving him, and it gave me a 12-page proposal of what he can follow. How much it's going to cost, how much the Facebook's going to cost, how much this and this. So it breaks down the cost. I can put graphs on there, how it's going to respond to graphs based upon what I put in for the proposal for the doctor. Plus, it will also give me a good idea what he wants. Now, he can run with that, or I can start doing all that stuff on there for him.
Oh, okay. All right. So it's user-friendly, so you guys are just there for guidance, or you will perform the work for him. Now, one of the things we were talking about a little earlier was the AI is one of the pros about it is it's cheaper, correct? It's a less expensive
Yeah,
way.
Chat GPT came out with the 3.5. That is a free version. The 4.0 and the 4. Plus, those are both paid versions.
Okay.
But they're very, very cheap, $20 or $25 a month.
Okay.
It's going to give you so much more information that you can use to get what you want out of AI.
Interesting. And in any business, it doesn't. You had mentioned you did the help the chiropractor, but it doesn't have to be chiropractor. It could be any physician. It could be anybody with a business, pretty much, right?
Yes, I can do this with any business. It doesn't matter the field.
Yep.
My specialty when I teach is the medical legal aspect of it. Just starting to, a matter of fact, I'm going to be teaching with the Florida group here, the FCPA, Florida Chiropractic Physicians Association.
Mm-hmm.
And we're going to do the regular, this is going to be next year, the regular CE credits that they need. Because when I teach the medical legal stuff, it's all required classes for their license renewal. The AI is not part of that, but it's going to be a side program that they will have that I can offer that doctors might be interested in. So it's a 2-day program. Whenever I teach, it's a 2-day program. Then the first day is explaining AI and how it works. And the second day is actually showing them how it works. So they get a good understanding over about 3 to 4 hours each day about AI and how it works and how it can effectively work for them.
You seem to be on top of it. So, I'm actually curious, like the medical legal stuff that's occurring. I mean, it seems to be ramping up as time goes on. Where do you see, kind of off topic of what we've been talking about, but how is that outlook looking right now in the state of Florida with all this? I mean, there's a lot of talk going around that Florida wants to change its laws and things like that. Is there any
particularly the PIP laws? But they made the changes the other I think a year ago. They made the change. The PIP is an automobile accident.
Yeah.
And that it really doesn't affect the chiropractor a whole lot. It affects more of the attorneys because they can't do attorney fees anymore.
Yeah.
And as far as a chiropractor goes, I think most of it is going to be more letter of protections.
I was going to say though, do you ever see it to where the 10,000 personal injury protection that the person gets,
the bodily injury portion of it, they have
do
to
you
have
ever
bodily
see
injury.
that getting changed?
Oh yeah, I do. Yeah, I expect more changes out of the malpractice cases.
I think they were saying a couple of years ago, they actually had signed to take away the 10,000 in PIP and just go to bodily injury,
Yeah.
but the governor vetoed it because it was going to be too expensive.
Too expensive,
correct?
yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So is there ways
I
that
think
they
it's
can...
still going to change, as there's a lot of people out there without insurance on their cars.
I know.
And I think it's going to change. And I foresee the medical. There's about 600 doctors getting out of practice every single day, across the board. Medical doctors, chiropractors, everybody.
Mm-hmm.
And that's 6,000 a month.
Yeah.
A lot of them are being bought by hospitals, and they go into the hospitals and work in there, or they continue in the practice and work in the practice, or they just get out of it totally. Now, a friend of mine, he was an orthopedic surgeon. He got out of an open pet store. So it's amazing, but you're seeing more doctors get out of it. And the biggest reason, number one, is all the regulations.
Yeah.
The HIPAA, the FTC, and all the regulations you have to deal. HIPAA fines now have gone up from approximately $56,000 per incident up to $72,000 now per incident.
Oh my God.
So you get hit one time and it can put you out of business.
Yeah.
And you hit multiple times, you're talking millions of dollars.
Mm-hmm.
And plus all the other regulations out there. And the second reason is insurance reimbursement.
Yeah.
It's
not changing.
Way down. It's not changing. Not getting any better.
Yeah.
The
Costs are
documentation
going
you
up,
have to have just to get paid half of what you bill.
Yeah.
I see a lot of changes in it. And I see a lot of changes in people doing other stuff, including AI. Now, AI, remember when the internet came out in the mid-'80s? It was here. Now it's way up here.
Yeah.
AI is down here.
Yeah.
Now's the time to get into AI.
Yeah.
And learn about
Start
it.
learning about it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Or
so
have somebody do it for you.
So, how do people get in communication with your company? What what's the website that we need to look at? I want everybody to kind of have an idea.
Yeah, the website is digitalmarketingagencydesign.com.
So digital marketing agency design.com.
It's the same email, but just Gmail.
Okay. All right. So, but you also, like you said, you do multiple things. You actually build websites as well, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct. We do SEO, we do optimization, build websites, we do landing pages, we do Google My Pages, Google Ads, Facebook ads. Still, all the stuff that we do is going to be more reasonable than you can find it anywhere.
All right. Well, Dr. Ross, I'll tell you, I mean, this ever-changing world, I mean, change is kind of constant in what we see, and it's kind of part of my objective on this show is to get as many people in the walks of life of the medical world, like I said, from both the alternative side and the medical side, kind of bring everything together. What I see is it benefits the person more, the patient more. And in this case, in your case, you can also help with that because of the fact that you help a business grow, you get information out to the people that wouldn't maybe necessarily hear about what this person's doing or what that person's doing. And I think it's awesome what you're doing, man.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
I appreciate you coming on the show. So once again, it's the website is
digitalmarketingagencydesign.com.
digitalmarketingagencydesign.com. So make sure you check that out. Dr. Ken Ross, who has been a very well-respected chiropractor in Central Florida for many, many years. Like I said, he's had different walks of life, and he's got a good thing going right now. So just like to say thanks for watching, everybody, and look forward to seeing you guys on the next show. We'll see you next time.